Doot do walla walla boop. Ba walla walla. Ooh, crap, I should have cleaned this up. Ah! No! No, no, no. Hi guys, we have a new direction for the camera. Right now you are seeing the other side of my desk. I mean, it's still, I have a corner desk, so it's like that. But today is Valentine's Day, or actually at the point of this recording, it's actually the 13th. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and it happens to be my birthday. Yay! Yeah, I'm turning 32, and yes, I was born on Valentine's Day, and yes, I have a love-hate relationship with my birthday. But that aside, we're going to actually talk about romance. Because what better time to talk about romance than on Valentine's Day? My birthday. Yay. Or I like to affectionately call it Casia Worship Day. Hold on. My sweater is a little tight around the neck and it kind of is giving me bad vibes. Okay, there we go. And by bad vibes, for some reason, I feel like I'm choking sometimes. And making videos like this always makes me a little nervous anyway, so the choking and the nerve, it just doesn't feel like it's a good idea to do both. So, yes, Valentine's Day, romance, love of any kind, familial love, friendship love, love of self. The romance, here's the funny thing about romance. For me, I pretend to hate it. I'll admit it. I like romance, and you guys have heard it here now. I'm sure a whole bunch of my friends already know this, but still, I'm putting it out there now. I love romance books. I do. I love the formula. They're really easy to get into. You know what's going to happen in the end, and it's just a nice palate cleanser. So if you've read, a whole series of fantasies, let's say you finished the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks. Awesome trilogy. You should totally read it if you love fantasy. Love that book series, the trilogy. So let's say you finished this whole fantasy trilogy, right? You're not going to go jump into a new trilogy or a new fantasy book because that's just going to confuse your brain with all the different magic systems and the worlds and everything. It's best to have a palate cleanser in between. And it just so happens that my favorite palate cleansers are actually Harlequins. Not just any Harlequins, but Harlequins that are like pregnant by the billionaire. Yeah, this is in my TBR pile for my palate cleanser. So far, I haven't read the same genre, though, back to back, so I don't need the palate cleanser yet, but it's there for when I need it. That tells you something right there. I like those kind of romances, and I like suspense romances. Those are my two favorite. Contemporaries, I also really like. I just like romances. It's a shame. Not an actual shame, because it's... I also love dark stuff. And I fight the love of romance so hard. I really do. I'm like, no, I don't want to love romance. Because it just seems so typical. A girl born on Valentine's Day. A girl born on Valentine's Day. I got 2 points against me here. Of course I'm going to have to love romance. I mean, it makes sense. The universe is saying it. On top of that, as a writer, I can write romance. And let me get this right here and out. I'm just going to put it out there. There are other authors with my first name, or with the spelling of my first name. I don't know how they say it. It could be Kasia, Casia, like how I say it. Whatever it is. But guess what? What do they write? Romance. That's right. I am supposed to be writing romance. So what do? No, I don't want to write romance. No, 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 no. Horror, mystery, fantasy, steampunk. No, no romance. No, 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 no. And what happens? Well, what was supposed to be a supernatural, paranormal retelling of Jack and the Beanstalk, where our Jack character goes off and kills the giant and saves a girl. Oh, that doesn't happen. Instead, it's a guy who falls in love with the other dude, who happens to be the giant in my story. Yeah, I wrote a romance. Really? And on top of that, I have another romance coming up. Yep, that's right. I have another romance that I'm currently writing. It is for a anthology called Princess for a Day. There's going to be two different volumes releasing. It's not until later. The story isn't due until March 20th. I'm writing it, but it's a romance. I can't get away from it. Do I hate the genre? No. I'm slowly starting to realize that I need to just admit I like romance. And I'm going to have to write it too, because I'm actually really good at it. Like, it gives me the feels when I write it. And a lot of romances are character-driven stories, and I love character-driven stories. Once again, I was meant to write romance. Does that mean I'm going to stop writing what I also like to write? Oh no, because horror is also character-driven. And if you don't think it's character-driven, there's something wrong with you, because everything about horror has to do with the human emotions and how it twists and changes, and that's horror. But it's also romance. So in a way, horror is romance? A horror romance? Ooh. Maybe I should branch out into a different genre. Make one of my own. Horror romances. I mean, I know there are horrors with romance in there, and there are romances that are more, have a horror element to it. But to bring the two genres together and make it into a master baby seems like a fun time. I don't know. If you would read a horror romance, comment down below. If you wouldn't, that's fine. If you haven't read any of my stuff, the links are down below. Find something, read it. That Beanstalk story, still on pre-order from Beyond the Beanstalk by Crazy Ink Press. So it's still in pre-order, it's down below. And yeah, alright, this was just a rant video about me and romance. But, you know, you're not here to watch me be smart and talk about my background, which, by the way, I actually have a pretty decent, not amazing, extensive literary background. I mean, I could probably tell you my life story about it. Maybe I will do that next week. Yeah, why not? I'm going to tell you about my literary background next week. And next week, you'll see a different hairstyle. I'm not telling you what it is. Only very close friends know. Actually, a lot of people know. But still, it's going to be crazy. You're going to see it and you're going to go, what in the world did this girl do? What happened? Why? I'm excited. I am scared. And that's why I'm doing it. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next week. I'll probably be ranting. Who knows? Oh no, next week I'll be talking about myself. Like I always do. But it will be about my literary background. So, yay! Alright, bye. Okay, that's done. I can't wait to get this hair done. Yeah, Angel, that's nice. Thank you for keeping quiet for the whole video. Angel, he's in school.